Welcome back. You're still tuned into Midcap Radar. Sharda Cropchem, that's the next stock on our radar. The company witnessed improvement sequentially. However, the YY performance still sees a lot of pressure. Overall volumes in Q4 have jumped by 25% on a YY basis, but working capital days have increased as well. But the stock was higher, liking the sequential recovery after the company reported numbers yesterday, and it's higher by 3% today as well. To discuss this and more, we have RV Bubna, the CMD of Sharda Cropchem, joining us now. Mr. Bubna, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. You've seen an improvement in volumes on a YY basis, and it's a substantial increase. Even on a yearly basis, there is an increase in volumes by 4%. Is this fair to say that the worst is behind for the company and you will see a similar volume growth in FY25 as well, or even better?
Madam, the worst is behind and we look forward to something better.
Can you say better, sir?
Better than last year, of course, but we are looking for a good situation for the company.
Mr. Bubna, when you say better, you are trying to get you to quantify it in some form. Would volumes be better? Do you expect to see some betterment in terms of realization? Do you believe the worst of the pricing as well as the demand scenario is behind us?
Sir, demand scenario is good and the prices are stable.
Okay, Mr. Bubna, we cannot hear you, sir. I think there is some technical issue, so we'll try to connect with you. For now, let me recap Sharda Cropchem's numbers for you. For Q4 of FY24, the company has seen revenues decline by 11.5%. EBITDA has declined by 20%. This is on YOY basis. EBITDA margins have come in at 19.5% and profits have come in at 143 crore rupees, which is a decline of 28%. But the street likes the quarter-on-quarter recovery. But we'll try connecting with Mr. Bubna again. Sir, can you hear us?
Mr. Bubna, can you hear us?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
Yes, please go ahead.
So we asked you about volume as well as pricing. You said pricing was stable, but please continue, sir.
See, I would say that the prices which were going down, that has come to an end. The worst is over and the prices will also start looking up, particularly on the demand side. China, the cost prices increase will be slower, but the demand prices are going to be better and that's going to put the company in a very good situation.
Okay, so you are talking about demand being better. Is there any number that you would like to give in terms of revenue growth guidance and margins for FY25, Mr. Bubna?
Madam, I can give you some indication about the volume. Revenue growth will totally depend upon how the prices behave.
Yeah.
But revenue growth will be much better than what we have seen in the year ending March 24. And of course, volume will also be at least 5 to 10% more than what we have seen in March 24.
So you're expecting to see 5 to 10% at least volume growth in FY25 over FY24. So that is music to the streets here. So give us a sense of the non-agrochemicals business. On a year-on-year basis, revenue has seen quite a bit of a decline. What has led to this, and FY25, can we arrest this decline and can we see some growth?
Sir, this non-agrochemical business is totally also depending upon the freight, sea freights. The sea freights have gone up abnormally high, and that has brought down the demand of those conveyor belts and non-agrochemical products. But the margins have been very comfortable, and we hope to maintain that.
Okay, all right. So this is largely led by the issues that you've seen in the export markets. You know, we were looking at the internals and Europe decline has been lesser than anticipated. NAFTA has seen a growth. Can you explain what's exactly happening in these geographies? Have we seen Europe see a recovery from here on? Because that was one of the weakest markets that we were looking at earlier.
Madam, particularly US market and NAFTA region, the prices had crashed so much, which was beyond anybody's imagination. Now that crashing has stopped, and this was mainly also because of excess availability of the products in China. Now the Chinese stocks are getting under control, and the prices in US is also started looking up. So is the case about the prices in Europe. So I see a very good situation for the company. in the next 3 quarters.
So you're expecting pricing to move higher. You're also saying that Chinese oversupply now seems to be abating. Sir, give us a sense of the working capital situation. FY24, we saw it increasing substantially. Will that particular number improve as you mentioned the demand scenario improves in FY25?
Yes, sir. Our working capital cycle has gone up from about 95 to 100 days to almost 150 days. I see a considerable improvement on this front in the next 2 quarters.
Okay, so that will improve with the improvement in realizations or at least volumes that you're talking about. You're still importing raw materials from China. Are they coming at a lower rate as well? Because we're talking about the dumping coming in from China. Is that impacting raw material prices in any way, Mr. Bubna?
Not anymore now.
Okay, so those prices are stable as well.
Yes, madam.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bubna, for joining us today and giving us all those details. So that's the word coming in from Sharda Cropchem. The street seems to like what the management has said. The stock is higher by 3% in trade as we speak. We'll slip into a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about more stocks and market action. Stay tuned.